Connor Shriver? Matt Shriver? Welcome. Please state your name for the record.
Good evening. My name is Connor Shriver, and I am a senior at Centennial High School. I run cross country, play volleyball, and I'm student body vice president. I've spent all my high school years at Centennial, and when I think of someone who is dedicated to a school, I think of someone who is willing to be there through the thick and the thin. They work tirelessly to provide whatever means are required to help the learning environment. They help promote school spirit and events around campus, and they keep students, parents, and guardians informed of the things happening on campus. These attributes all perfectly apply to Mr. Wipperman. As many of you may know by now, Mr. Wipperman was assigned to other duties and is no longer the principal of Centennial High School. I have known Mr. Wipperman since 6th grade when I went to Levin Middle School. At the time, he was the principal, and I'm pretty sure after just a week or two, he already knew who I was. He's always trying to meet and talk to every student, and I didn't realize how lucky I was to have him as my principal until I made it to high school. Since coming to Centennial, Mr. Wipperman has given the school a fresh new look with new paint and flooring. He has helped add so much equipment to all the CTE programs, and he really pushes our teachers to help us students learn and be the best that we can be. As vice president, I have many duties that involve me leading a group of people to create dances and assemblies. And it can be stressful at times, and it's on a much smaller scale than that which Mr. Wipperman did. But what I love about him is that he makes it seem so important. He knows that it's important to me as well as everybody else in student council, and he knows that it's important that we make events, spirit weeks, and pep rallies. So he works tirelessly to ensure that we are all able to do them all. And he also attends every single one. He interacts with all the students, and he makes sure that everyone is having a great time. Because Mr. Wipperman knows that high school is more than just learning about the 3 branches of government. He knows that it's learning more about quadratic functions or chemical equations. It's about the experience, and he understands that being the principal can make or break it. I'll never forget in 6th grade when he was the principal of Levitt. I was born with cystic fibrosis, and because of that, I was able to get my wish granted through the charity known as Make-A-Wish. I found out in an assembly with all of my peers, and I still remember how amazing it was to find out that I got to get my one true wish granted. And without the help of Mr. Wipperman, I never would have been able to find out in such a memorable way. Mr. Wipperman has forever influenced my life, and I'll never be able to thank him enough for what he has done for me, my family, and my friends. When I think of dedication, I think of Mr. Wipperman. I have never met anybody more dedicated to the parents, students, and staff of CCSD, and I believe that Mr. Wipperman should be reinstated as the principal of Centennial High School. Thank you.
Thank you, Connor. Matt. Thank you, Matt. Please state your name for the record, and we'll move on to Jill Wishingard. Sorry, I totally chopped that up, but you'll teach me how to say it so I can get it right next time.
My name is Matt Shriver, and I've lived in this community for 17 years. My sons attend Centennial High School, where until recently, Keith Wipperman was the principal. When the rumors started, I told my kids, no, if something happens, CCSD would have sent an email to inform us because they have a long-standing tradition of being transparent to the community. But weeks went by, and Principal Wipperman didn't show up, and CCSD still hasn't provided any information as to why. He, his family, and the Centennial family deserve better than to have you silently stand by while he is defamed. As an attorney, I understand the investigative process and the need for confidentiality. However, I also understand the promise that CCSD has made to the community for transparency. A very dramatic action has been taken by CCSD without any kind of notice to the community. Having a principal removed signals that an egregious violation has occurred that required immediate action without any community input. We are here asking, in the spirit of transparency, what CCSD policy or regulation Mr. Wipperman violated, and whether the years of service by him warranted such severe punishment. It appears he was removed because of a minor violation of CCSD policy. CCSD has known this specific policy has affected numerous students, but has refused to correct it, leaving Mr. Wipperman and at least 2 other principals to take action that CCSD should have taken. Now these principals are being punished for solving a problem that CCSD refused to fix. President Cepeda, when you were selected board president, you said, if a policy isn't functioning, the board can always go back and review it and make modifications. So board presidents and Superintendent Jara, go back and fix this policy and then restore Principal Wipperman and these other principals to their positions. Studies show that students benefit when there is a strong positive relationship between students and administrators and teachers. As you're going to hear from these students, Principal Wipperman has demonstrated that he can establish that relationship that is so vital to student achievement. At sporting events, the students chant, "We love Wipp, we love Wipp, we love Wipp" when they see him. Why do they say they love their principal? They say it because they know he loves them. It's a shame what CCSD has done to him and the Centennial students. This family, the Centennial family, deserves transparency and official answers as to why he was removed. A petition to restore him as principal has gathered nearly 2,500 signatures in just a few days. More would sign this petition if they knew the true story, but CCSD is refusing to be transparent and let the story become public. CCSD needs more people like Principal Wipperman, not less of them. You should be cloning him, not firing him. Trustee Brooks, shortly, I got 2 more paragraphs. I'd like to keep going.
I'm sorry, Matt.
Trustee
We
Brooks?
actually thank you for your comments. However, if you have 2 more paragraphs, you're welcome to submit them for written comment. Your time is up, and we have allocated that time for you already.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Jill, will you come up here and teach me how to say your last name?
My name is Jill Wishengrad, and I am a junior at Centennial High School. And I have been very involved in very many different things, especially sports. I have swam, ran cross country, ran track, and golfed. And I have personally known Mr. Wipperman since before kindergarten, and he has been my principal for almost the entirety of my public education, since I was homeschooled until 7th grade. I could not dream of a better principal. The love the student body has for him demonstrates how he has earned the respect of the students. When at sports games, we have our own chant, as Matt said, that we love him. He is extremely caring while also modeling the utmost professionalism. Out of respect for Mr. Wipperman, we follow the rules that he has put in place to keep us safe and in a great learning environment. He has brought an amazing dual enrollment program to Centennial, allowing students to take UNR college classes. This is contributing to my ability to be able to earn my associate's degree at a very low cost by the time I turn 18. I, along with my fellow classmates, hate going to school every morning without him there to greet us at the doors with his wit and smile. Mr. Wipperman works hard to know every student, from the most outgoing, scholarly, or athletic students to the more challenged and reserved students. Without him, the school feels dull, as no other administration asks us about our lives and how we are the way he does. We do not know what Mr. Wipperman is accused of because you have not told us. We do not even know if he has been suspended, fired, or reassigned. And because of this, terrible rumors are circulating that we can't possibly believe to be true. He simply cannot have done anything worth what you are doing to him and to us. Please bring back our beloved principal, Mr. Wipperman. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill.
Kingston Lewick, for the record. Good evening. My name is Kingston Lewick. I'm a freshman. I do cross country and track, and I'm the student freshman secretary. I'm here tonight on behalf of the removal of Mr. Wipperman. Not only was he the best principal in Nevada, but a great person, friend, and mentor. He has taught me many lessons and made me feel safe and happy to go to school. He cares about everyone and is always supporting your dreams and goals. To remove Wipp is to take a piece of Centennial with him. We need him back. CCSD lacks communication to parents and students, and this is a problem that needs an immediate attention. Speaking on behalf of Centennial students, we want answers of why he was escorted off campus midday. We want Wipp back. Mr. Wipperman is a born leader and is the best principal Centennial has ever had. If anything, you guys should be hiring him to teach you how to connect with students and be an advocate for us. This is an example of CCSD doing the wrong thing again. We want answers. We want Wipp back. And on behalf of students from Centennial, bring back Wipp.
Come on down, Zachary. And Cameron, and Ellie.
Good afternoon, board members and Superintendent Jar. Thank you for having us here to talk about our concern for our principal. I ended up writing a long talk, but I think Mr. Shriver's talk needs to be finished, so I'm going to finish it for him. Trustee Brooks, shortly before you were reelected, you tweeted, "This election is about providing stability for the students and families we serve." Parents want that stability for their kids. Students need this stability to achieve their potential. How does firing Principal Wipperman provide stability to the students and families of Centennial? It doesn't. These students are uncertain, confused, and don't understand why the principal they love was taken from them with no explanation given and no transparency provided. This decision was not made in harmony with anything that CCSD has promoted. Superintendent Jara, in your State of the Schools address this year, you said, "It's been years of declining expectations, years of lack of involvement, and years of neglect. And who bears this responsibility? Every single one of us. We all lose and we can all fix it." Superintendent Jara, I know one person that doesn't bear any responsibility for their problems you mentioned. Principal Wipperman. He's raised expectations, he's involved, he loves his students, but your decision has made the Centennial family lose and only you can fix it. Last year, the board reconsidered a personal decision that directly impacted your employment. So there's precedent for you to reconsider these types of personal decisions. The Centennial family implores you to reconsider your decision and restore Wipperman to his position because we love Wipp. We love Wipp. And I'm going to finish reading with what I wrote down. So I'm currently a part of student council. I'm our senior class treasurer, and I'm very involved with a lot of things that we have going on this senior year. And Wipperman really does care about our school and students and our well-being at our school. He's done a lot to our school, whether it's painting outside, fixing up our turf, our track, and I'm a cross-country runner too, so that does a lot for me. He even went ahead to buy a $10,000 mascot suit for those of the students who will be in that from now on, because our 10-year one, stunk. He also did a lot for our school, whether it's sports, grades, everything. He's always there to help us, tutor us, teach us. He was previously a teacher, so we know that we can go to him for help. It's wrong to leave us in the dark like this. There's rumors that spread all around our school because of this, because no one knows what's actually happening. It's caused mass hysteria throughout our school, and it's worrying. The students and family of Centennial High School deserve to know exactly what's going on. Thank you for giving me a chance to speak, and I'd like to say wholeheartedly, bring Wipp back. Bring Wipp back. Thank you.
Thank you. Cameron. It looks like there's an R at the end. I don't know if that's
It's an N.
okay.
Sorry.
Cameron.
My
That's
handwriting's
okay.
not
No,
great.
I also struggle to read sometimes. Here we go. Go ahead.
Hello,
state
my
your
name's Cameron Hyde for the record. I'm currently a senior at Centennial High School. Unlike most of the group, I'm not in student council, but I am an athlete. I do tennis and golf and whatever's fun, honestly. And when I think of Mr. Wipperman, a few words come to mind. Friendly, devoted, invested, caring, kind, and welcoming, as well as trustworthy and amazing, just an amazing person. I've had the great opportunity to have him as my principal at Leavitt Middle School and Centennial High School, and he has been nothing short of the best. He cares about students so much, and he cares about this school district. He gives countless hours to this job. I see him greet students every morning, come to sporting events, see performances, come to banquets, and even come to classrooms and lunch all the time. Things in my life that are only done by him, because my past administrators, I hardly knew them. They hardly gave time to the students like principals I've had in the past and other administrators. To me, I only know him from these wonderful traits, which is why me and countless other parents, students, and staff have shared their voices and concerns to the district, news, or each other. All we want is answers and reasons as to why such a good man who has been so monumental in so many students' education and journey would deserve such a thing as being removed from his position. I didn't notice how much his presence really affects us at Centennial until he was gone. It felt like there was a big hole in my heart. I miss greeting him in the mornings. We miss seeing him at football games and chanting his name, Whip, Whip, Whip. We love him. So please just give us answers to why this could happen, answering parents' emails of concerns, and students wondering, where'd our awesome principal go? I hope you take some of our concerns to heart today, and thank you.
Thank you, Ellie. Ellie, come on down, and then I've got Jamie Trudinsky, Victoria Jones.
My name is Ellie Haywood, and I'm Centennial High School student body president this year. I am here today to address the issue we as students are having in our school. We are without a principal. He's not just any principal to us, though. He's our mentor, he's our friend, and he's our biggest supporter. Mr. Wipperman has been away from the campus for over 2 weeks with no explanation to our parents, our students, or our faculty. The most extensive that we've gotten is that he's been reassigned to other duties. Wipperman is a face that students notice when he is not here. Our campus has not felt the same since. Students love Wipperman and enjoy coming to school for the interactions that he has with them. The students of Centennial High School deserve better. We deserve to be informed and know the conflicts occurring in our school. Mr. Wipperman brings a light to our school that nobody else can, and we cannot replace that. We as students deserve to know what is going on. We are directly affected by this absence. As we walk into the school in the morning, we are not greeted by his kind and smiling face. We notice the difference he makes in our school. The interactions he has with our students, including me, are amazing. He makes every single student feel appreciated and heard. I have never seen someone so dedicated to knowing every student, each and individually and personally. I personally have the opportunity to work directly with Mr. Wipperman as student body president. I have learned so much about caring about every single student and advocating for them. That's why I'm here today. I am advocating for 3,000 students. We want Wipperman back. What is occurring is tarnishing Mr. Wipperman's reputation. We miss him, and as students deserve to know what's happening on our campus. So I ask you, please help us understand what's going on. Please help us to fix whatever is going on. We love Wipperman. We want him back on our campus, and he has done so much for us, and we just care so much about him. Thank you.
Thank you. Jamie?